What's up? It's your boy, Shade Tree, back at it again. Another shitty video. Got the 5.3 right here. This is the Junkrado. Y'all seen the last video? I was sliding this motherfucker. Y'all see up on Instagram, I've been posting it. Doing random shit with it. Come on now. This thing's dirty as hell, look at it. Look at that thing. Looks beautiful though. Still works fine. Still has that little lean in the middle from the body mounts. Look at that. A little, you can see how wide it is from right here as you go up right here. So that has to get fixed, and it's been hitting against the frame right here. Well, the cab. You can see that. That's pretty shitty. Also took some of the interior from the charger off. Let me show y'all this over here. I actually ended up taking some of the trunk out, and I made room for the water methanol injection kit that I'm trying to put in this thing right now. So a bunch of parts and stuff back here right now, drill, Sharpies, stuff like that. But here's the pump, here's the actual tank right here, just a mock-up. I got a zip tie on there right now, it's a little bit crooked, but this is probably going to be the actual location for it going forward. I mean, this seems like a pretty good spot. And then later on, when I get the actual intercooler, the heat exchanger, like the B Woody one, I can get a tank, put it right here, and I mean, it'll still work perfect if it was in that location. Like I said, I'm trying to get the one for the CTSV because it actually will fill in that gap right there, and it's like curved at the end. So that'll be pretty good to do. I also have to get some more braided line because this right here, all right, so this is how it works. It has this little check valve right here, so boost pressure, right, can't leak into the lines and start sucking, well, vacuum doesn't suck the water methanol out of the tank prematurely. You don't want that to happen, or else you'll just be losing water methanol when you're at idle, shit like that. You don't want that. But this is how it looks right here. I got I think this is number 6 nozzle on it. Number 6 nozzle is for, I think, 700 to 900 or like 600 to 800 horsepower or something like that. But there's the nozzle right there. I mean, that's really all it is. A check valve, a line, a braided steel line, a little nozzle, and a little elbow. That's really all it is. And then the pump right here, I have it going, that line right there, that braided line is going all the way right there and feeding right into the pump, and then it's coming out from right here into this braided line. But I have to get an extension for it because this is not going to fit all the way where I need it to be. Honestly, this probably won't even fit. This is tiny, man. Look, that's how much. And I have to route this below, right? Snake it all the way to the bottom of the engine bay, right? And then somehow get it to go right into the intake tube, which that's going to be a pain in the ass by itself. I mean, all of this is going to be a bitch, honestly. Like, everything from this wiring, like this wiring is like shitty. Like, look at this whole thing. I think eventually I'm gonna just have to get a new harness for this thing. It'll work fine for now, but down the road, getting a new harness I think is the way to go. Then this, I have to take this out right here. I'm pretty sure it disconnects right there, but like there's a couple of things in this whole setup that needs to get taken out. I actually cut a line. I ended up putting some butt connectors on it and just putting electrical tape over it. I mean, it's gonna work for now, but I think the main attraction right now is these heads, and then ARP head studs. They're all in there. That's looking good. And then valves. These are PSI valves. I think they're the 15/16s, and I mean, these things, they're supposed to hold up a lot of lift. So I think it's like 0.650 lift, some shit like that. And I think my cam is 0.627 lift on intake and exhaust. So it should be able to hold some sauce. And these heads, these are pretty good heads right here. I didn't end up, you know what's crazy? I didn't end up getting another multi-layer steel head gasket, right? One of the Cometic multi-layer steel head gaskets. The reason is, right? So I've been reading on the internet, when you put stock gaskets on it, right? Because I think the stock head gaskets are like 0.028, something like that. You'll be at about 13-to-1 compression when you're using these heads right here. So I was like, fuck. If I'm already going to be running race gas, stuff like that, water methanol spraying into it, why not try it out as an experiment? I haven't even been able to find anybody that does it. Like somebody that actually runs a high compression Gen 3 Hemi. Like it's absolutely unheard of. I've been looking in the forums, everything like that. Nobody is running a high compression, high boost Gen 3 Hemi, which is insane to me. Like it's insane. And also on the other hand, I'm thinking like people that are running high boost, high compression engines, like anywhere from 12 to 13, even 14-to-1 compression with like 15, 20, 25 pounds of boost, those guys are ready to win races. So I kind of understand why people wouldn't really want to put that information out like that, because of course those people are trying to win the races, which is, it's fine with me. I know I'm trying to win the races, but this is an experiment. This is the first time I'm going to be experimenting with it. Like a high compression, high boost Gen 3 Hemi. And I mean, I'm gonna be documenting it, my whole journey with it. So you guys stay tuned. It's gonna be fun. Hopefully I don't blow this thing to smithereens, but I'm kind of hoping I can get the ins and outs on how to do this. So as I'm experimenting with it, you guys will know what to do with it. But eventually I'm gonna do the same thing with that one, but that one's going to be able to handle a lot more stress and a lot more horsepower. And if y'all don't know what this engine is right here, this is a 6.1 Hemi, bare block. That's where all those parts over there came from. This is bare block. I'm gonna be sleeving this thing, billet mains, a whole bunch of billet parts, stuff like that. But that's going to start right after I'm done with this one, so that I have a lot of time, money, and assets poured into that one all at once while I'm just testing this one out and stuff like that and seeing what works. I actually found a good fueling station over here, gas station. It's called SC Fuels. They sell 110 octane, stuff like that. So, and right across the street, VP Racing is right there, which is just a plus all around, honestly. I'll be getting so I want to run C85, regular pump E85 if I can with this high compression, high boost. Probably keep the boost down on regular, but never going to see pump gas. Never, not at all. I don't even want to run the risk of putting 91 in it, because that's all we have right now. Highest octane at a pump right now is 91 octane, unless you have E85. And even E85 is, I mean, what is octane at E85? Like somewhere between 100 to 105. And even pump E85 isn't consistent all the time. I've seen as low as 60% ethanol on pump E85, which is absolutely horrible. Especially on a car that needs like a very high octane rating. So mostly I'm gonna be buying the fucking barrels for this thing. This thing is gonna turn out to be, yes, it's a strip car, and yes, I want it to be both, but taking it out to race on the street, Jesus, I can't even talk. Taking it out to race on the street is going to be very hard to do at that point. So taking this thing to the track is going to be fun, especially when I have time. So I can be driven all the time. I want to get a lot of videos with it though on the street. That'd be fun. A lot of racing content, stuff like that. I can't wait for you guys to see this stuff. Jesus. I had one of my co-workers come over, and it's 3-valve. And if you guys didn't know, 3 valves are one of my most favorite engines. The S197 platform, the pre-facelift. Yeah, that's a car that got my passion for cars into it. I hope I could own one soon too, so I could build that 3-valve up and stuff like that. Eventually probably put a Coyote in it though. But here's a clip of his Mustang. That thing is cammed and all that. Like, sounds good. Even that little launch. This is manual too, so that launch was perfect. You seen it spin the tires a little bit. He also has a drag pack for it, so that thing is fire, man. But this thing right here, man, it's almost done. All I need is right now is the push rods. Get the push rods. I gotta measure the how much push rod that I need, like what length, stuff like that. But after that is push rods, fuel rails and injectors, you know, a little bit more odds and ends like map sensors and stuff like that. But after that, I'm pretty much done. Oh, and then I need a pressure relief valve for the supercharger, the actual like valves that says it has 2 throttle bodies on it. One of them is the actuate boost pressure, and that's the one that I need. When I bought the supercharger, it didn't actually come with it, which was bullshit. But let me tell you guys this though. I also found something on Amazon, right? It's probably the cheapest turbo manifold that I've ever seen for anything. It's on eBay, it's on Amazon, stuff like that. Just look up like hot side kit, some shit on Amazon for LS. You'll find it's like $250, some shit like that. It's cheap as hell, and I'm telling you, that'll be real fun. I think the turbo will sit right here. One single turbo, just dump it down. If this is a junk Rado, man, we gotta build it like a junkyard car. Like, there's no way you can have a junk Rado and have like fucking a $6,000 turbo kit on it. That's non-existent. In order to be the junk Rado, you gotta buy the cheapest parts imaginable and make them work like they were the most expensive. Ooh, that's gonna be fun. But I think that's it for this video. Nothing more. Let me put you guys in the glory of the junk Rado. This piece of shit. You guys like this thing, huh? Can't wait to start this build back up. Right now I'm finishing the charger, so I don't have much time for this. Still drive it every day though. It's my daily driver. It's the funnest thing I ever owned. But with all that being said, I'll talk to y'all later. Give y'all a little bit of updates on what's going on. I've really been doing everything behind camera. I haven't had the time to like pick up the camera, start recording, and like doing the springs on the head, stuff like that. It's too time consuming. That spring job took me a while. It would have took twice that if I had the camera. So I'm gonna start recording my builds again soon. Hopefully, I don't know. I think it's beautiful. Look at it. Ooh. You got the junk Rado and the other piece of shit. Jesus. All right, Shade Tree out. Bye.